Good morning, my friends. Today I am going to tackle this bracelet. You can see it's missing some rhinestones, some cabochons. It's actually got a break right here. See this right here? See if I can pull that up so you can see that that right there is broken. Needs to be glued right kind of like that right there. All right, it needs to be glued here and there. And that's going to take the longest. I'm going to put a little E6000 here and some there. Hold it for quite a while. And then go on with gluing some rhinestones in. We got to make some cabochons. Yeah, fun stuff. I'm going to have to remove one of these, and they're glued in. That looks like they're prong set because of these here. Those are faux. They do not hold anything. But I don't have any faceted molds for. I do have a mold that will fit that one right there. So I can make the smooth ones like this here, but I don't have any faceted ones. So I'm going to have to get one of those to release. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. May have to get my heat gun out. The problem is there's a lot of other things around it I don't want to release, but we'll see. But that's my plan. So let's start with the gluing, and then I will go get my heat gun and the other stuff. Right here's the one. Oh, wait a minute. Is there two of them broken? I thought it was near the end here. Yeah, this one here. Oh, there may be two. Is that the same one? I'm just seeing it twice. Okay, it's the same one. I thought it was nearer the end. It's not. Okay, here's my E6000 glue. Got some toothpicks. I need some foil. Okay, the foil I'm using is the Reynolds Wrap non-stick. Lifts right off. It's great for glue. Because I can use just one little piece of foil for months. Because when the glue dries, you just pick it off and it doesn't stick. All right. I'm going to put a little dot of glue. Let's put it right there. Don't need, I'm sorry. I've already started bunking you. Always put your lid right back on. Someone I read yesterday, they said when you open glue, take some Vaseline and rub it on the inside of the thing where the threads are, and it will keep it from sticking. Yeah, makes sense. I haven't done it, but it makes sense, so I might do that. All right, and see right there. I don't know if I'm in focus in frame. I'm really bad about looking at what I'm doing and not paying attention to what you guys actually see. That's because I am not a professional. I am a crafter. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do this without putting my fingers in the glue. All right, that part there. There. Now if I can hold it long enough. Okay. I can't shut the thing off because I can't let go of this. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Okay, while that's curing, I went and got my Vaseline. Put a little bit right there on the Q-tip. Open the cap up. Put it on the threads here. And some up on here. All right, you can, if you get some buildup like that, you can just take pliers and pull it off. It don't pull off very easy because it is 6000 E6000 glue, which is made to, it does have a little bit of like rubber cement on steroids is how I would call this stuff. I also went and got my mold. Nope, it's not going to come off. Anyways, it don't matter. The cap holds it up there. Anyways, so that should keep the glue from making this so that you can't open it. All right, which one of these is the right one? I'm thinking this one here. And I did do a shallow pour because those are shallow. Am I right? Yep, it's that one right there. And you do a shallow pour. Okay, that was my thing on that one. Color's pretty good too. All right, so they do have a little bit of silvering in the back. I think it's only on the faceted ones that have the silvering spray on the back. Okay, also, oops, I think I need a couple of these. Let's see. Yep, just one there. And I have this one. So, are they all faceted? Oh, those are all faceted. Do I want to tear one off, or do I think that I can just get away with adding a regular? Because the other ones has combination. I think I can get away with that. Because I don't want to tear this apart any further than I have to. And I shouldn't be handling this because that glue, wherever that glue is. I don't remember where I glued it. Okay. Right there? It's right there. Okay. So it hasn't come apart. That's what I was worried about. It came apart. Okay. So let's see, I don't need any more. Oh, I need one more of these. But what color do I want? I think I'm going to go with that peacock. Let's see, this color right here. Yeah, I think that's the color I'm going to make that. So, I'll be back. Okay, this is the peacock blue, and it's a resin dye that's translucent, which means you'll be able to see through it. Okay, let me put just a little bit of UV resin, and I'm using Let's Resin UV clear hard type. And just like a drop of that. Doesn't take much. I'm going to use a toothpick, stir it in so you can see through this. That's, oh, the blue behind it's kind of going with it, huh? All right, let's put this right here and drip it in there. I do have some air bubbles that I can see. I don't want air bubbles in it. Okay, we don't want it too much thicker than that. So let me take this and put it over in this one. Never hurts to make more than one of what you need. I think I'm going to go get the little squeegee thing and clean that off. The squeegee thing is a stylus and with a silicone tip. All right. As you can see, it's a lot easier for it to pick up all that excess resin. Don't want to waste any of it. And I do use a butter wrapper to do my little tiny mixes. And now if I'm mixing a bunch of color or whatever, I will use, you know, a cup or whatever. But when it's, you know, just the small amount that I need, then I'm not going to, I don't want anything that's going to take a lot of cleaning. And this does not take a lot of cleaning. All right. All right, I think they're about even. I'm going to get my lighter and I'm going to go over this because I don't, I can see some teeny little air bubbles. Okay, if you let them sit for just a few seconds, you can even do this number here. Just tap them and air naturally will rise to the surface. So, but you go like this here and it pops all those surface air bubbles. Is that one right there? No, that's a reflection. All right, next thing we're going to do is put it under the UV light, cure it, and then we'll have two cabochons. Do we need to? No. I do have a UV light over here, and I'm going to do it for 5 minutes, put it under there so that it'll be fully cured. Here is one of the little rhinestones that came out of that bracelet, and we're going to glue that back in. We are going to, once we deal with all these big areas, we're going to go in and glue in, well, we might, I don't know what order we'll do it in, but we're going to glue in some of the rhinestones and stuff. I do have some of these here, which will work fine for the smaller ones. I'm going to have to look and see what I got for larger rhinestones to put in the bigger areas. Looks like all the brown ones popped out. Weird. Anyways, we'll put those in with E6000. So I still don't want to manhandle that too much because, you know, it's only been a couple of minutes that we've let that cure. After 10 minutes with E6000, it sets, but it really needs 24 hours to be perfectly set. So I should really wait until tomorrow to do that. But there are things I can do today so that tomorrow I can just finish it off. And then the big thing I gotta do is get one of these faceted things out of here, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe I can get it with a picky tool, get the glue to release. You can see the glue is still on this one. Now the wire on the back of this is like a memory wire, and it's in good shape, so I can't tear this thing apart. I have to, whatever I do with it, I have to do with it in place. Because, yeah, I don't want to compromise the actual, yeah, the actual thing here. Okay. Let me just let things go, and I'll be back. Okay, we have the two things. Let's see. They fit pretty good compared to right there. So they're going to fit okay. But as you can see, the see-through thing, I think I'm going to try faux foiling the back with a chrome marker. And I'll just do the one, because if it don't work, then I have the other one to use. Let me do it, because I don't really want to silver my fingers, but I want to hold that a little bit. You're being a pain, aren't you? Yeah, I'm finding a lot of uses for this chrome marker that I hadn't planned on. So, okay, we'll let that dry, and we'll see. It kind of disappears against that foil, don't it? There. Oh, much better. It takes a while for this pen to dry. Also, I went out and got, let me get a cup here. Not that cup, that one's got silver markers on the bottom. Okay, I went out and got my rhinestone stash. Okay, so let's see if we can find, we need rhinestones for the bigger ones. That's the right size right there. Flip it over. Come on, flip over. Come on. Why are you being like that, huh? Here we go. See, that's the right size. So that's the size we need. And I think that I can just go ahead and do clear. I don't need to have it like this one's blue. I mean, what we could do is color the bottom. Come on. Just take a purple marker and fill in the bottom here and a brown there, or gold. Actually, I have gold. I have one of these in gold too. So let's go ahead and just fill the brown in with a gold marker. Okay, gold marker pen. Okay, that one. Where's another one? Right there's the other one. It's a little bit shinier than yeah. I don't have a purple one. Okay, so let's put the cap back on. All right, let's take that. Drop it here in there. Yeah, see, the gold back does give it a gold look to it. Okay, so let's put that one there. Let's see if we can find some more that are that size. Right there's one. Oh, I got several. Okay, there's one. And some of these got like a foil back on them. That one looks almost blue. Right, oops, all right. Oh, I do have blue. What colors do I need? I need purple, and that gold. Let's see if I have a purpley color. All right. I have a blue. We'll see what the blue looks like. I'm not going to stop right now and do that because, all right, and that's that light blue. What colors are these? Red. Red ain't gonna work. This is why you don't get rid of any of your rhinestones. If a piece is totally dead, save the rhinestones out of it, you know. Oops, oh, that's just a clear rhinestone. All right. Okay, let's glue these purple ones in. There's one there, and there's one there. So let's, where's my glue? right there. And we go in the cup and you swirl it around. And you swirl that one around. Make sure there's enough glue in there. You don't want to put too much in because then it comes out on, squishes out. You don't want it squished out. Okay, take a little bit here and just put it in there. This one here goes in there. Oh, no, I got it on the outside. I had glue all over my hand. The good news is I can clean this E6000 off on the outside once it's cured. You can just keep wiping it off like that there. You see how it comes over to the side? And then you just pick it off. And yeah, it's better just not to get it all over everything. But yeah. Ah! I just kicked it out. Kicked it out, kicked it out. Okay. Why does it look like I don't have any glue in there? Okay. Now, this purpley one and put it in like that there. All right. Tap it in. And then I'm going to let those two dry in before I go any further. And I got to go make supper, so I'll be back. Okay, we need to take one of these off. So I got a pokey tool. I'm going to stick it. Ooh, that came off easier than I thought it was going to. Right there. Did lose a little bit of my silver backing, but that's okay. Now we've got to make a mold for that. Okay, now to make a mold, I have a little thing here. I'm going to glue that down, and I'm going to use my ballistic gel that I created a long time ago. You can see, actually, if you can see, I did, oh, what are they called? Cameos. And they actually came out really good. All right, and you see how hard this is? Very, very hard. I'm going to put it in the microwave for a couple of, like 30 seconds, and probably needs a little longer than that. But I don't want this floating up. So I'm going to try rubber cement to hold it down. And this is very old rubber cement, but it still looks like it's doing pretty good. And I'm going to just put a dollop on the bottom, just like that. And then just set that on top. Okay. I may take a Q-tip and just clean around the edge because I don't need that raised around the edge. So let's just clean a little bit here, go over here and clean a little bit over there, and just keep it kind of in the middle there. Oops. All right, that's good. I got it on my finger. I'll be able to go and pull that off. All right, let that set up. Then I'm going to microwave this. We're going to just pour a little layer, probably about this thickness right here. Let that cool, and then we'll have a mold. And we'll start making some cabochons for the this bracelet. This bracelet's going to be a whole lot of work, But I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be worth it once we get done. So, oh, I was going to say, is that broke too? No, it purposely does not. They're pieces. You see the old glue? This is not glue that I put on. This is glue that was original to the piece. So, anyways, we got to let that set up and we'll be back. All right, I have put this in the microwave for a minute. Is it fully dissolved? No, but more than what we're going to need. And so I just poured in about that much there. As you can see, there's much more there that I could use. Get all the drips. The cover back on this. Drip. If you get this stuff on you, it's not a big deal. It is, all it is Knox gelatin, unflavored, and water and glycerin. All right, there is a lot of air bubbles that are coming up to the top. That is not important. You know why that is not important? Because the mold's from the bottom. Can you see all the impurities in there from being used? Not sure how to strain that out, actually. I'm sure that there is a way. I guess I could really liquefy it and put it through a strainer. And yeah, I might do that. Here, I can pop some of the bubbles if I wanted to. I could do this. Do not put the... it doesn't work as well as it does on resin. But don't put the tip of that in the gelatin. It's not going to cause any fire or anything. It just messes up your lighter. All right. Well, that's that step until this is set. It doesn't take long, especially if I was to put it in the refrigerator. And then the next step is making cabochons. Okay. Taking this out of the refrigerator. Now we gotta peel the... See how strong the gelatin is? Peel it back. And there's my mold. You see it? Now, ooh, it's got like a little, is there something on here? Oh, there was something on there. Well, I plan on making another one anyways. So, note to self, make sure there's nothing on what you're using for the mold. See it right there? Okay. I've heated more. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's pour another globby on there. And put this in the refrigerator. Oops, I don't have enough on there. There we go. Now what I can do is I can cut this up and throw that back in there. Actually, I might be able to just push it back in there. And redo the mold because I don't like that flaw right there. All right, we'll be back. Okay, let's check this one, see if this one's good. It's a good thing about using ballistic gel for molds is if it doesn't come out good, it doesn't cost you extra. Okay. It still feels like there's something right there. I'm going to take a Q-tip and some alcohol. Spray the Q-tip and clean this top. I probably should have done this first since this is a faceted thing. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to make another one too, just in case I don't like how this comes out. you know what the heck? It's just a little bit of resin. And of course I have to, see, even at room temperature, you don't have to put it in the refrigerator. This is harder than this because this has been in the refrigerator. Just like Jell-O gets harder in the refrigerator than sitting on the counter. Yeah, same idea. So let me heat this up, pour another one in, put it in the refrigerator. Okay, we are going to make one. I have another one in the refrigerator curing or setting up or whatever you want to call it. All right, what color do we want to do? We got violet, we got caramel, and we have the peacock blue. Those are the three colors we're going to do. I think I'll start with the violet. We're just going to do one drop. Stir it in. Okay. And just drop it in. Drop it in, drop it in. Make sure it's stirred in really good. I see striations. Lines. I see lines. All right. And we want to make sure it is at the same depth as what the other ones were. And I think that is good. Right there. And now I'm just going to put it under the UV light and we'll see what comes out. Okay, while that's curing, let's go ahead and put this on there. We've got the E6000 glue right here. And I do want to put them on one at a time. I don't want to overwhelm them with or knock one off or whatever. So on there, close that up. And I got glue on my finger. Okay, which one did I want to do? I wanted to do it on that right there. Okay, that's right there, over here, over here. I will have to clean this up. I was hoping to be neater than that, but I was not. That's all right. Come on, go underneath. Right there. There we go. There it is. I got some on the top too. I'll have to clean that off once it's dry. All right. Okay, let's let that sit there and cure. We'll do a little bit at a time, and I'll be back. Okay, I finished curing this and I popped it out and look at it. It is perfect. There is no flaws. It's all just perfect. So let's glue this one in. I have I made a caramel. I use this right here and made caramel, and it's curing right now. So we will be back in a minute with that. There's that one. So this one must go right there. Okay, so let's get some E6000 glue and make it so. All right. Get my trusty dusty tool here. Make sure we're getting it in the right spot. It's right there. All right. And glue here. Glue all the way around. Over here. Right there. All right. Now let's take this beautiful piece and put it right where it belongs. There we go. All right. Okay. Now we just have to wait for everything to finish up there. Okay, let's unmold this. See if this one came out as good as the other one. Look at that. See the facets? There's no flaws on them. So that's pretty good. Now what you do is you put it back under the light for a little bit because it's having to shoot through all this to where the backside cures better than the front. So you put it back under for a while. That's all. Okay, let's put the cabochon in there. Right there. And it's this one right here. Now I did crazily made a brown one here. Why? Well, I didn't really think about the fact that I had one in the mold that I pulled out of here. Okay. Now which one do we want to use? Do we want to use the original one? But look at this. This is the one that was in there. See how much lighter that is? And then this one's closer to that color. So I think I'm going to use the one we made simply because I think it, there's some hairs there. Some glue hairs. I'll have to pick them off afterwards. All right, let's put that right in. Make sure it's set well. Speak English here. All right. Okay, so all I need now is the purple one, and it's this one here. Would look good in there, except for it's got that flaw. I am making another one. Okay, so let's take that out. What else do we need? Let's go ahead and put this in. I'm going to put it right there. I did not make one that was faceted because you know what? A lot of this is mixed faceted and smooth, so I have no problem doing that on this part too. All right, let's put that in there. Set it down. Okay. Now all we need is a bunch of rhinestones in that one there. Okay, let's see what we got here. So there are clear rhinestones. Let's see what it looks like in there. Oh, that looks fine in there. So let's go ahead and glue that one in. Okay, put the glue in the cup. Good like that. Make sure your rhinestone is right side up and don't drop it. Okay, and just pat it in. There we go. That one's in. That one's got one. That one needs a little bitty one, and I think we do have some little bitty beige. There's one right there. Okay, let's put the glue in. I don't have enough. I'm gonna have to get some more glue out. Okay. That there. You know what? Let me get another thing here. Set it in. All right, that's set in. All right, the light's gone off on this. Let's see how this came out. All right, no flaws. Awesome. I am going to put it back under the light for another 5. Make sure it's fully heat thing. And this here, I can just clean off any of the resin that got on it. And put it back in my container here, just like that one. Melt them, and they'll be good for next time. Keep a lid on them because it is a gelatin and it can, dehydrate. And if, as you're using it, if it gets too dehydrated, just add, like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of water and whatever it needs. Yeah. Okay. Back to rhinestoning, huh? Is that what we're calling it? Rhinestoning? No, you're not. I called it that. All right, remember I told you that this stuff is great because you can just pick off any old glue? Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Just throw it away. That's what makes this foil so cool. I believe that is the last piece I need to fix on that bracelet. Okay. Well, that was very long and complicated, but we did it. We did a lot of different techniques to get it done. But this is Bethany with New Life Jewelry Creations. I hope you like this video and come back and see me. Bye. Okay, let's give you a close-up of this. You see it all? Can you tell which ones we created and which ones were original to the piece? What do you think? Was it a good save? Okay, there we go. Well, I would like you to do me a favor and in the comments, let me know what you'd like to see more of. Would you like to see more of maybe making molds and cabochons and stuff? Repairing jewelry like this one here. I am in the midst of repairing. This one here. And or maybe some more resin work. I can also do some beading and fixing and all kinds of stuff. So just let me know what you like and whether or not you just like a plethora of different things, or if there's something that really makes you happy when you see it. Ooh, I still gotta clean this up. I still have glue. Can you see it? Let me see if you can focus in on the, see the glue right there? And that's easily fixed. It's just, I have to pick it off. Let's see if I can grab it. Can you see the, I don't know if you can see the little glue webs. Yeah. Glue web. All right. Well, this is Bethany. Like I said, come back and see me. Bye.